2014 is now a faded memory, nothing but the smeared insect juice on the windshield of the past. But as we drive down the road, there's plenty to look forward to in 2015. Here are 10 reasons 2015 could be the greatest year in gaming history. Up first is the Staggering No Mans Sky. Hop into a spaceship, take off into the stratosphere and fly through a universe full of new worlds. It sounds simple until you consider it's a procedurally generated universe which continuously builds on itself. Of course, if the idea of meandering around the galaxy picking alien daisies leaves you cold, there are also hostile enemy fleets cruising around the void, begging to engage in Star Wars-style space battles. If you are hoping for another Dark Souls sequel in 2015, we've got some sort of good news for you. Bloodborne is basically it. Unlike Dark Souls, where you can choose to edge through Sen's fortress behind a shield, hoping for a painless death, Bloodborne gives you the tools to be much more aggressive. And by tools, we're talking about a shotgun and a selection of transforming weapons. Did we mention the gloomy 19th century setting and the top hats? Well, it's got those as well. Next, we've got an exciting prospect. The Witcher finally moves into a completely open world in which anything can happen. As a Witcher, you have skills not unlike a medieval Jedi Knight, and as well as murdering dangerous monsters for money, you can also choose the fate of the local populace. Villages will rise and fall according to your actions, so choose your path wisely. Or be a complete tyrant. We won't judge you. We don't know much about The Division except that it looks beautiful, making use of Ubisoft's Snowdrop engine to create a massive city. What we've seen suggests that teams will have to work together tactically to survive. Not only will players have to be aware of the NPC presence in the game world, but other players can also show up at any moment to ruin your day. After a troubling year, this could be a premier new franchise for Ubisoft.
I don't understand the question. 117, the Master Chief. He is not your friend. Is he your foe?
Master Chief's saga isn't quite over, but how his story continues is still a little bit up in the air. What we do know is that Halo 5 has a completely new character, and it will run on an entirely new engine. We also know that it's a new chapter in Master Chief's life, and that this will start a new status quo for the series. One that includes running, jumping, and squashing people's heads with power slams. Lara's first journey across a pirate island to save her crew from madmen worshipping an ancient Japanese goddess is all kinds of exciting, but it totally ruins her mental state. As anyone who's been suspended in a sack will tell you, it tends to upset the humours. Rise of the Tomb Raider will deal with Lara's strange state of mind after her time on the island. Exactly how mental health and raiding tombs go together we don't know, but we're excited to find out. Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain is Kojima's first open-world stealth game, but it is more than just a new setting. It's a modified Snake in a totally different world. Snake has also just woken up from a 9-year coma. That's bad, but he does have a cybernetic arm, and that's good. New mechanics and abilities mean The Phantom Pain will utterly reinvent Metal Gear Solid. Did we mention you can airlift goats? Yeah, that's a thing.
Okay. Nothing I can't walk away from. It's good to see you alive, little brother.
Naughty Dog knows how to get our attention, even when they have very little to show. Much of this game is hidden under the spot marked X. It will probably take place in the jungles of Madagascar. There will probably be pirates, and Nathan Drake has been out of the game for too long, but has to get back in for mysterious reasons that could get him killed. And this time we actually mean it, since the game is called A Thief's End. Be prepared for tears, quips, and high adventure. Ever since Nintendo showed their tech demo on Wii U, we've been waiting to see the next Zelda on new hardware. Link is back, but for some reason the developers decided against showing the hero in his traditional green garb. Horseback riding has returned, as well as Link's trusty bow, only this time the arrows come with added magic. You can expect the open feel of a Link Between Worlds, making the next entry feel like the Skyrim of Zelda titles, a crossover even the most hardened Ninty cynic could get behind. Much like Halo 5 telling a new chapter in Master Chief's life, Batman Arkham Knight is a new chapter in Bruce Wayne's life, the final one from developer Rocksteady. How is it different? Well, first up, there's the goddamn Batmobile. Second, Rocksteady has created an original villain, the Arkham Knight. His identity is unknown and his motivations are unclear. It leaves all sorts of opportunities for devious twists. Then there's also the expected rogues gallery of Scarecrow, Riddler, Penguin and Two-Face, and they're only the ones that we know about. Arkham Knight promises to be the definitive entry in a series that restored our faith in comic book video games.
That was a pretty sweet video, right? If you want to see more, go to Games Radar's YouTube page over here, or if you want to read, maybe up your game a little bit, go to GamesRadar.com.